Good Friday evening, June 14th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The summer break bell dismissed students from Columbia Elementary School for the last time today. A search of a Wenatchee residence turned up a large volume of property that's presumed to have been stolen, and police are hoping to return the gear to its owners. Windy and cooler weather expected this weekend with showers possible on Father's Day. Your local weather forecast is straight ahead. The Wenatchee City Council unanimously approved 2 ordinances Thursday dealing with homelessness. One makes unpermitted camping in Wenatchee parks a criminal offense rather than a civil infraction. The other penalizes merchants if their shopping carts are left abandoned in the community and allows the city to impound the carts and charge for their storage and disposal. The new ordinances, based on similar city codes in Auburn, go into effect 30 days from now. Wenatchee City Attorney Danielle Marchant outlined the camping ordinance ahead of the council vote.
The person doesn't accept services and there is space available in a shelter, then the tool in the toolbox is criminal enforcement. The current code does allow for that civil infraction. But we also have another civil action that we can take, which is an encampment cleanup. That encampment cleanup process, though, takes more time. And the criminal enforcement section would allow for immediate action to be taken. There is another avenue that you can take prior to criminal enforcement, which is the proposed ordinance also has a section in it where you can trespass them from the public space because they are not complying with our current ordinances. And that's not just because they may be unlawfully camping in a spot. The ordinance is more like a protection of public spaces. Because we're trying to protect the public spaces for everybody in the city to utilize, not just a space for no camping. Okay, so I don't want to say that this is a no camping ordinance. This is more like a protection of public spaces ordinance, because it allows you to also trespass somebody from a public space that maybe is taking drugs in the public space, is fighting in the public space, doing other things like that.
In possession of stolen property, like a shopping cart?
Yes, so it's for any type of criminal infraction or civil infraction. So if you're not obeying the law in our public spaces, the ordinance does have a section where the police officers can then trespass that person from that public space for a certain period of time.
The new codes are part of an overall homelessness strategy for Wenatchee, which would also establish the role of a homeless response administrator. The council has yet to approve that position. The summer break bell dismissed students from Columbia Elementary School for the last time today. The Wenatchee School Board voted unanimously to close the school on May 14th as the district faced a $9 million budget shortfall. Members of the Columbia community pushed back against a closure since the announcement in January, with many supporters regularly attending and speaking at school board meetings. The Wenatchee School District will now operate 5 elementary schools instead of 6, and Columbia students will attend Washington or Lincoln elementaries. The district has not announced official plans for the Columbia building. On Wednesday, the Grant County Health District confirmed that a Grant County resident in their 20s had died from hantavirus, a rare and occasionally deadly disease that derives from the urine, droppings, or saliva of infected rodents. The individual had experienced a known exposure to rodents, which GCHD says likely took place in a vehicle. Hantavirus can cause fever, dizziness, abdominal pain, vomiting, and more in the early stages. This is the 6th case of hantavirus in Grant County over the last 20 years, but the first case reported for 2024.
Jefferson Robbins for NCWLIFE. Chelan County declared a state of emergency this afternoon in response to the Pioneer Fire burning on Lake Chelan's North Shore. The emergency declaration allows the use of local resources without going through the government bidding process for goods and services. It was signed by Chelan County Board Chair Kevin Overbay. The county says the wildfire, which began on June 8th, has burned over 1,700 acres as of Friday afternoon and is not contained. There are several evacuation notices in place for the area, including a Level 3 or Get Out Now alert for the Rex Creek area to just north of Moores Point. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. For updates on evacuation levels, check the Chelan County Emergency Management's Facebook page and the Chelan County Emergency Incidents Map.
When we come back, the Peshastin Bridge that connects the town to Highway 2 will experience a temporary full closure starting on Monday. And it was time to say goodbye Thursday as Wenatchee Police Chief Steve Crown reached his last days before retirement. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hi, I'm Mike Steele, and I've been honored to serve you as our state representative for District 12 for the last 8 years. With experience in several leadership roles in civic organizations, as well as being a lifelong resident, I've championed projects that have made a difference in our community. I plan to continue the progress we've made together.
Re-elect Mike Steele, your voice in Olympia. Together we can achieve more. Visit votemikesteele.com. Paid for by the citizens to elect Mike Steele.
Have you noticed how expensive it is this summer to feed a family at most restaurants? Even a burger basket for 6 people can run you $60. But at Abby's, you can still feed a family of 4 to 6 for less than $26. Real value. That's one more reason we're legendary. We know what Abby's customers like on their pizza. Meat. Lots of meat. That's why this month, we're piling on the classic pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and beef. Abby's Triple Topper has the meat you love, and right now, it's on sale. Order your Triple Topper at abbys.com.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents Wonders of Wooden Avenue.
Steelhead Cider offers 20 taps with cider, beer, and wine, featuring views of the lake, great music, and fantastic flights. Find it on Wooden Ave behind the bookstore in downtown Chelan.
Kelly's Classic Ace Hardware Store. From the minute you walk through the door, you'll feel the difference. Kelly's revives the days of personal service lost in the big box stores of today. Kelly's Ace Hardware in classic downtown Chelan.
Wonders of Wooden Avenue, North Central Washington's premier shopping district.
Mount Stewart Physical Therapy is all new. New staff, new therapists, and a fabulous new chiropractor. That's right, you do not need to drive to Wenatchee or Kashmir for your care. Come see Dr. Zolman, DC. No referral needed for most insurances. Open your auto and work injury claims with us, or fax your post-op and Medicare therapy prescriptions to us right here in town. We offer covered pelvic floor services. We are premium health care for the Upper Valley. Improve your quality of life today. Mount Stewart Integrative Therapy and Chiropractic.
The Peshastin Bridge that connects the town to Highway 2 will experience a temporary full closure starting Monday. The closure is part of a countywide project to repair 5 bridges this summer, but only Peshastin Bridge will require a temporary full closure for the next 4 weeks. Drivers will detour by way of North Road, Chumstick Highway, and Highway 2. Repairs on the Peshastin Bridge include partial repaving and the replacement of deck joints. A search of Wenatchee residents turned up a large volume of property that's presumed to have been stolen, and police are hoping to return the gear to its owners. The pile of recovered goods includes power tools, firearms equipment, and auto repair supplies. If you recognize any of the property in these images, reach out to Wenatchee Police Detective Brian Hewitt for more information. Investigators say the alleged thefts that scooped up some of these items may date back more than a year. The Wenatchee Public Library is partnering with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services officials from Yakima to bring naturalization services to Wenatchee. In a press release, NCW Libraries said there are 2,500 lawful permanent residents in the greater Wenatchee area who are eligible to naturalize. The officials will be at the Wenatchee Library beginning Tuesday, June 25th to host a Naturalization 101 information session from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And then on Wednesday, June 26th and Thursday, June 27th, the immigration officials will host a series of private interviews with individuals who have pre-scheduled appointments. The officials also will hold a naturalization ceremony for selected participants and their families on the afternoon of June 26th. It was time to say goodbye Thursday as Wenatchee Police Chief Steve Crown reached his last days before retirement. The Wenatchee City Council honored Crown with a proclamation as he finished 33 years in law enforcement, including 7 as chief. Wenatchee Cafe gave Crown its own acknowledgement for his work with its substance abuse recovery programs. Mayor Mike Poyer is in the process of selecting Crown's successor. He thanked the city with his wife Kim beside him.
To the council, thank you. Without a doubt, you wouldn't see all this. You wouldn't see the fact that this department is one of the finest in the state, and I appreciate it. Mayor Poyer, thank you for your confidence. Laura, thank you for being a good boss, giving me a day off once in a while. But thank you, City of Wenatchee, sheriffs at the back of the room, thank you so much for your partnership. Cafe, great addition to this valley. It's been a great relationship, and I just appreciate everything.
Coming up next, it's only a matter of time before Douglas County PUD's industrial hydrogen facility comes online. We'll tell you how that project is progressing in tonight's feature story. Cooler and windier weather conditions on tap this weekend with mountain snow possible overnight tonight. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Let your voice be heard. I'm former Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett, and I'd like to be your District 12 State Representative in Olympia. With my extensive experience in law enforcement, I'm eager to serve you to ensure your community and neighborhood public safety. I intend to safeguard and improve your quality of life. I support your private property rights, lowering your tax burden, helping small business to thrive, fiscal responsibility, and your public safety.
Paid for by the committee to elect Brian Burnett for State Representative.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen is a good option for me. The risk of addiction is not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Well, it's only a matter of time before Douglas County PUD's industrial hydrogen facility comes online. The new site near Baker Flat should begin splitting water molecules in late 2024 to create hydrogen for fuel and other applications. In tonight's feature story, the PUD shared this informational video to illustrate the process.
Douglas PUD's renewable hydrogen production facility is nearing completion. Hi, I'm Megan Vibert, Public Information Officer with Douglas PUD. Since 2019, when legislation was passed authorizing PUDs to produce, distribute, and sell renewable hydrogen, a lot has happened. The DOH associates went to work designing the facility. Land was purchased, a new substation, which was necessary for another PUD project, was sited to accommodate hydrogen production too. Lots of site work like subgrading and rocking had to happen before the underground utilities could go in. The storage tank bundles that needed a crane to offload were delivered and anchored to their foundation. These 26 storage tank bundles each weigh 39,000 pounds. Now each bundle is made of 3 tubes, and each tube is 1 1/8 inch thick carbon steel. The whole system will be able to store 2 tons of hydrogen at 7,500 psi. For perspective, your regular propane tank is closer to 150 psi. The most visual event happened in October of 2023. The 80 by 136-foot building went up. 44 concrete panels were made off-site, trucked in, and set with a crane on the over 600 cubic yards of concrete in the slab and footings. Since then, contractors have been busy installing equipment, pipe racks, and making connections. Let's take a closer look inside to learn how renewable hydrogen will be produced here. Scott Moon is the district's hydrogen operations and maintenance specialist.
The process for producing hydrogen here at Douglas County PUD's hydrogen facility starts with electricity and water. Well water enters the facility where it is purified. The purification process involves reverse osmosis and deionization, which removes contaminants and minerals before it goes to the electrolyzer. The electricity comes into the facility as 13,200 volts AC. This is our rectifier that converts it to DC amperage and voltage. From there, that DC current comes over. It'll drop down into the 2 cell stacks that'll be in this enclosure where the electrolysis takes place. So that's where the oxygen and the hydrogen are split. The oxygen will go out the backside to a process which removes residual moisture, cools the gas before being vented out the roof. The hydrogen goes through this process here, which removes and drops out the majority of the moisture, cools the gas, it comes out of the top, it goes over to that skid there, which is an HPS, hydrogen purification skid, where it then goes through a deoxo to remove any of the residual oxygen that was carried over in the hydrogen from the cell stacks. From there, it goes through a drying process before leaving the HPS, heading out to the compression and ground storage where it eventually will be loaded onto tube trailers.
Now that we're getting close to producing hydrogen, construction is underway at our East Wenatchee headquarters for the fueling station, where you will be able to fill up your hydrogen-powered car or fast charge your electric vehicle.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Friday was a good one. Cooler today with more wind as we expected, and lots of clouds out there too. As we look down at the Wenatchee Valley outside our weather window from this afternoon, it's our Sky-Fi tower camera up on Wenatchee Heights, and you can see those kind of mid and low level clouds. A lot of high level clouds earlier, and they've kind of set in a little bit throughout the day today, but all in all, not a bad day, although it was cooler than we expected, that's for sure. Okay, we do have a cold front that's beginning to move through as we speak, and as it does tonight, it could bring some light mountain snow into the Cascades. Accumulations about 2 inches above 5,000 feet, but if you are camping this weekend, boy, it could do the same thing Saturday night and into Sunday. We are expecting temperatures in the mountains in the 30s for this weekend, and also we could see those falling trees with some heavier snow and maybe even some windier conditions too in parts of the mountain. So just keep an eye out if you are out there enjoying the outdoors this weekend. We talked about it being cooler. 70 degrees today. That's 13 degrees below where we were yesterday. 77 is where we should be, and our record high is 97, and that was set in 1974. 57 this morning, very mild. 55 is where we should be, and 46 our record low set in 2016. Sunrise this morning, 5:03, and the sun will set tonight at 8:59. All right, here we go with your Father's Day weekend weather. Tomorrow's temperatures a little bit cooler even than today. We'll see 69 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 68 in Quincy, 66 is all we'll get to in Wenatchee tomorrow. That goes for Aniat and Chelan as well. 62 in Lake Wenatchee, and 63 your high temperature tomorrow in Leavenworth. Going to be one of those kind of blustery days with wind and cooler temperatures. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies. you can see the area of low pressure just spinning off our coast. That will make its way across southern Canada, bring breezy conditions tonight. Our overnight lows tonight in the lower 50s with some showers in western Washington. As that storm pushes through, there's the wind that we expect for Saturday. We'll see mostly cloudy, maybe partly cloudy skies at times on Saturday. A good area of showers all around us as well. And as I mentioned, it's going to be a cool one with highs tomorrow only in the mid-60s. And then for your Father's Day, still some clouds as this area of low pressure moves through southern Canada, and a pretty good area of showers too. We'll throw about a 20% chance for rain in our area on Sunday. Going to stay cool with high temperatures only in those mid-60s. And then as we get to the next work week, things are going to get a lot better. That's for sure. An area of high pressure building out in the Pacific. Still going to be a little breezy on Monday with high temperatures a little warmer too at around 70 degrees. And then the warm up will be on as we get into Tuesday. Look at the clear skies throughout the western U.S. Warmer temperatures with highs in the mid-70s on Tuesday. So we're getting back to normal by Tuesday. And then by Wednesday, temperatures above normal. Lots of sunshine once again. We will warm up to around 80 degrees for our high temperature on Wednesday. And then by the end of our forecast on Thursday, I'm sure you can see this trend. Sunny skies. Here's our ridge with a southwest high pressure, and it's bringing all of that air up our way by the end of the week. We're talking Thursday's highs in the mid-80s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 52 overnight tonight. Here's our cool days this weekend. 66 Saturday, 67 on Sunday, windy tomorrow, a chance for some scattered showers on Sunday, and then the weather improves as we get into next week. A little breezy and mostly sunny Monday and 70, and then all kinds of sunshine and warmer temperatures from Tuesday through Thursday. And by Thursday, we're talking high temperatures of 84 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Dan Kuntz and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
My name's Nick Dirk, and I've been a cinematographer-photographer for over 10 years. I got my start at the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center. Without the Tech Center, I wouldn't have got my first job in media production 3 months after I graduated high school.
My name is Charlie Voris, and I own Vortex Productions. My work has taken me on exciting adventures all around the world, and I got my start at Wenatchee Valley Tech.
Hey, my name is Oli Mingo, and I'm the Executive Director at Heirloom Creatives in Wenatchee. I am so thankful for Wenatchee Valley Tech to be able to have my dream career.
Garrett Crochet was dominant last night. He just took care of the Mariners left, right, and in between. Unfortunately, Garrett Crochet, of course, plays for the Chicago White Sox. Andrew Vaughn, a homer, drove in the winning run. They went to 10 innings. And the White Sox beat the Mariners last night 3-2. Chicago struck out 19 Mariner batters. That's the best that they've done in 4 years.
Public and private school officially both will be out in a week. Well hit, Andrew Vaughn to center field at the wall, and it is out of here. Andrew Vaughn, with his 8th home run of the season, puts the White Sox on the board. A 1-0 lead here in the third.
Andrew was a few feet away last night. Didn't get cheated tonight. Almost 105 off the bat to the deepest part.
Robert Jr. puts a charge in this one, going to center. Adios! La Pantera goes back to back, and the White Sox take a 2-0 lead in the third.
Almost 110 off the bat. Andrew Vaughn had a majestic high fly. And Luis Robert Jr.
Fair ball. Nice play by Locklear. Boom, backhand flip. Well done. Good coverage there by Emerson Hancock. One out.
It was a great play. It's right down the line. Perfect time dive. Not an easy hop to catch either when you're diving. That is well done. That's what you have to do when you have Crochet on the other side. You have to help your pitcher out make plays on the defensive side.
Crochet struck out 7 through 4. JP, does he have enough? Yes, he does. That's a fabulous play by JP. Crawford never gives up. Mendick is retired, 1 down.
Another great play. Had a couple of them in this game. We talked about how important the defense is going to be.
High drive, left field, has a chance. Looking up, off the top, stays on the rail. Allen goes over for a home run. The first big league homer for Tyler Locklear. And the Mariners on the board. It's 2-1 White Sox. Deep to right center field. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a tie ball game. Julio. His 6th home run. Number 26 on the RBI. And hit number 400.
Exit velo of 109, 415 feet.
Since it went 3-0.
He's swinging. Chopper to third. The play comes to first as the run will score. So Corey Lee comes in and the White Sox take a 3-2 lead. Steps in with 2 down, lifts it in the air, and this could be it. Robert Jr. underneath, and the White Sox win Game 4, this 4-game series, in extra innings. Tanner Banks gets the save. Nicely done to leave Seattle.
A wonderful job today by the White Sox to get it done. They've had a tough series. They've been up in these games. The first 2 games they were up. They let the lead go and lost. Last night was a battle to the end.
Seattle starts a 3-game road trip in Texas against the world champion Rangers. They gave Louis Castillo an extra day off, so he'll be well rested. He'll be taking on Andrew Heaney. First pitch tonight is 7:10. If you want to watch it on TV, you got just one option. It's only on Apple TV Plus, which sucks because I don't have that. Finally, to the American League West scoreboard. From last night, the Mariners lead over the Rangers. The AL West is now 5.5 games. The Mariners lost, the Rangers won. Diamondbacks beat the Athletics by 10 runs, although they don't have a 10-run rule in baseball. And the Twins beat the Athletics 6-2. The Wenatchee Apple Sox have had 4 series so far this year in West Coast League action. They won all 4 of them. Took them extra innings last night, a little extra work, but free baseball for the fans. 8-7, the final. The Apple Sox over the Bellingham Bells. Our good buddies Storm and Joel Norman has the wrap-up.
The Wenatchee Apple Sox earned their first walk-off win of the season on Thursday night with an 8-7 triumph in 10 innings against the Bellingham Bells. Aiden Doherty capped off a 5-for-6 night with a walk-off RBI double in the bottom of the 10th inning after Elijah Palaio led off with a walk and reached second on a throwing error on a pickoff attempt to first base. Doherty picked up his second 5-hit game of the 2024 season and just the 8th in Wenatchee Apple Sox history. Wenatchee took 2 of 3 against Bellingham to improve to 9-3 on the season, and now they travel north of the border to take on the Kamloops North Paws this weekend, Friday through Sunday at Norbrock Stadium. With your Apple Sox update, I'm Joel Norman.
So the Apple Sox lead in the West Coast League's North Division is now 2 games over Edmonton and Victoria, 3 games over Nanaimo. Here's your scoreboard from last night. There's the 10-inning affair with Wenatchee over Bellingham. Victoria did knock off Nanaimo 2-1. Walla Walla got by Port Angeles 4-3. It was Yakima Valley over Ridgefield in a shutout 3-0. Cowlitz all over Kamloops 8-0. Bend took care of Springfield 9-3. Corvallis won another game. They've only lost 1 game all year, the Knights have. They beat the Pickles last night in West Coast League Baseball. Have a great weekend for all you fathers out there. Happy Father's Day, and those are just some of the games that people are playing. Hi, everybody. Dan Coos, host of Wake Up in Angie Valley. Have a great weekend. Don't forget, of course, Sunday is Father's Day. To all of you fathers out there, for this Sunday, I want to wish you all a happy birthday. We have some great shows lined up. In fact, what do all these people have in common? Bonnie Orr, Kelsey Riggs from Wenatchee Pride, our friends at the Bunker, our friends at the Glad Song Community Choir, and Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Ringo Starr. What do those people all have in common? They're all going to be on editions of next week's Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley, with one exception. Tune in to find out. Have a great weekend. See you Monday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us. Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there, and have a great weekend.
Building your business is easy and affordable with television and digital marketing options from NCWLIFE, your local TV station. Get your business seen and heard on 18 top networks, including NCWLIFE. Have you seen a local ad pop up on your phone? We do that too. Target your market with NCWLIFE's managed account programs that save you time, money, and give you great results. Advertising with the NCWLIFE channel is the best value around.